It's me, Ruowen Huang. Kind of have a busy morning this morning. Have you ever thought you guys are so prepared, run all the way to passport office, and then realize it's totally a waste of time because you forgot one thing or the other? Anyway, that's my morning. So before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I'm going to answer a question called, why can't a psychic be more specific? The reason I want to answer this question is, you'll be surprised how many questions, how I often ask by people, why can't I be more specific? You know, specific is not like the general idea, or not like I can describe, you know, the person to you, what they look like. Specific mean, I'm giving you an example. Very often people will ask me, where can I meet my soulmate? When? At roughly what time? You know what I mean? So they say, just tell me where I will meet them. Exact location, and I'll go to that place every day. Or just tell me exactly which company I will work for, then I will go apply every day. You know what I mean? So what people ask is very specific question, very often around soulmate, because they want to know what's their name, how old they are, exactly what they look like, and exactly where they will meet them and what age, right? Well, since it's 111 episode now, if you have been following my episode, you probably have a pretty good idea where I come from. I don't know where other psychics come from, but you will have very good idea where I come from. I've been telling you guys, future is never fixed. That is, your future, I mean, at this point forward, is never fixed. You have every power to create whatever you want if you follow your plan and you overcome your task, and then you continue moving forward, right? But does everybody do that? Not so much. A lot of time people living in the past. You know what I mean? So-called living in the past mean they hang on to something in the past, and they hang on so tight of it, living it like it is their present day. You know what I mean? Like if they have some trauma, they have some bad experience or something like that, they continue living like that. So when you will continue living in the past, the result is your future unlikely will happen for you. By hanging on to the past, the chances you continue sending the universe a signal, so called, please let the past happen again for me. You know what I mean? So if you understand that is, I can never give you a fixed answer. I can never tell you how your future is going to be if you yourself don't even know who you are, what you are doing. Does that make sense to you? So anyway, just thought I here give you guys a little bit clarification. Future never fixed. That is, your future is depending on your hand. You decide how your future is going to be. We all know what we want to be right now is sometimes or very often very different from what you wanted to be when you were 5-year-old. Does that make sense? A lot of time people treat soulmate or dream job like graduation certificate. Does that make sense? Like they think that's the end goal they would get. But here, I'm going to tell you it's not that. Your so-called soulmate, first, I think they're overrated anyway. Your so-called soulmate, dream job that require working is not so much the graduation certificate. It's more like the what subject you want to study when you are at university. Have you ever go to university and then the first year you thought you're gonna learn art, and then second year you're like, oh, art is not so much like something I want to do. I kind of want to do computering, right? Okay, those things that you ask psychic very, very often, which you may not believe, but very often they fall into this subject category. That is, I may hang out with this guy, right now, and in this point of time, grade 1, I think my soulmate should look like this. right? So, I might hang out with this guy, doesn't work out, so then I'm seeking for the soulmate. And then when I really change the subject, this is what I meant. You change your subject and change your boyfriend, who you thought is a soulmate. You work it a little bit, you hang out a little bit, and realize, hey, it doesn't seem to work out the way I want it to be. So what do you want to do? You want to change your subject again. You know what I mean? So because of that, so when people come to a soulmate, say, just tell me who my soulmate is. It's very hard to give you a specific answer based on a lot of conditions. First, do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? Have you been working on your task, and have you been progressing instead of living in the past? That is usually the key point. Okay. Second, I don't know, you're growing, you're changing. You know what I mean? Circumstances changing. You don't know what you're doing, right? So, if a psychic notices that who you are right now, even though you think you are on the progress, but you're not really sure figuring out yourself yet, what happened to a psychic sensation is your future also seems to be floating and changing. That could have all kind of outcome showing up. That would be also applied to a recent client I have. So want to know if they're someone they know will have a child or not. In this case, because that specific person never been working his task or been neglecting, not confronting, not dealing with it. So the child is not a fixed answer. Child become 50-50 at this point. You know what I mean? If he continues neglecting, this very likely he will not have any child in his future. But if he decides to work his task in this short period of time, right, he may actually have a possibility of child. So, you know what I mean? So that is the future that we cannot tell you, yes, he will, because he may not. So, anyway, so here I don't speak for everybody. I speak for myself. Based on a lot of scenario, who you are as a person, who I am as a psychic, and then our perception difference, how we define things, which I've been telling you guys over again. The background you got raised, the background I got raised. The knowledge I know, the knowledge you know. Different perception of it. Sometimes definition will be different too. So that's why sometimes when people come to me and say, I want to be rich, I will specifically ask, how rich is rich? Surprised to, me, most of people actually don't know. The concept of being rich is nice, but in regard of defining how rich is rich, they actually don't know. They couldn't give me a specific answer. So same thing as a lot of people want soulmate. Great. But when I want them to specifically describe what a soulmate is like, again, the reason I would ask that is I understand perception difference. How I define soulmate might be very different from how you define soulmate, right? So when I want people to describe what that soulmate look like, act like, or detail, they cannot describe either. So, okay, if you yourself don't even know those in detail, how can the psychic tell you in detail of what your future is going to be like? You know what I mean? If you are very specifically know what you want in the future, the chances your vibe, your energy will eventually make that happen for you. You don't require a psychic to tell you the answer for it. But if you yourself don't even have a clue what it is that you're looking for, the chances a psychic will not have a clue either. So I think that will explain why psychic have no idea. Not really no idea, but kind of have an idea. But we cannot give you a very clear and specific answer like you wanted, because that answer usually based on that condition, and that condition most likely is because you cannot provide it to us, and therefore that outcome is not forming or shaping. You know what I mean? But the chances, really, guys, I say this over again. Every day we're giving a new chance to live a new life. Every day we're giving a new chance to make a brand new choice. You know what I mean? If you are present, you live your day, and you fully living your day. The chance is, whatever that is that you want in the future will come your way. As long as you don't hang on to the past, cling on to the past, and living as like a past person, your past unlikely will repeat. Your future, whatever that future that you wanted, will come your way. You really don't need to seek an answer from a psychic. So anyway, I hope that will wrap it up. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!